All right, Ben. Here we have your swing, videotaped. You know, I've been seeing you swing for a lot of years, and I've always liked your swing, and you can see it on the video here. And when I compare you to what I've been using for the model for everybody, you're very very similar. You almost got it down 100%, and there's only a few things I would tweak that would probably help you out just a little bit. But overall, very good swing. You start with a good base. Um, you know, what you're doing here with your hands and everything, it's all up to you. Prior to foot plant, it doesn't really matter. What we're looking for is to get into that good plant position. That 90%, 95% of the major league players get to. When you see your load, I'm going to bring in our split screen here, and we get this guy. He's got his hands up and everything, but you know what? He gets into the load, and you can see very similar, very similar. The only difference is he has his front shoulder and elbow just down slightly, just a little bit better, a little bit more shoulder tilt. Okay, shoulder tilt this way. Versus yours straight ahead. Minor, but it ends up helping them a little bit see the ball and a little bit better rotation. And what ends up happening is that your arm just straightens just a little bit as you go into the swing. So I'm going to lock you guys in here. You can see. And he takes a little bit longer stride, so his stride gets a little wider, okay, than your stride. That's the only thing that I think, you could probably change on. And the reason why it is beneficial, if you got a little bit wider, take a look at his front leg, and when he turns it and plants, okay, he just gets to plant just a little bit sooner, okay. When you've got this angle here, your knee's going to absorb some of this rotation as opposed to straighter front side. Okay, and he's able to brace and transfer that. Right now, you see your knee's locking, but it's locking as you're turning as opposed to locking first, so that he gives a lot better front side so that he can get a little bit more power in there. If you extend it out and took just a little longer step, I'm not saying a big step, but just a little bit longer, and got to a wider stance. I'm trying to get Luke to do this as well, because he lands just like you do, a little bit too much bent. The only other thing I would say to look at is watch his elbow. Now he keeps it bent a little bit. I mean, guy's a little bit more bent, but you see how yours is kind of an arm bar action. That means your hands are out a little bit from your body here. Okay, if we're looking at you straight on, we'd see this arm bar action. Whereas if you kept them bent and it was more, with your elbow here, here, and then to your hands, okay, with the bat, this be a little bit better, what they say, keeping the box. And by keeping the box, you're going to get just a hair faster swing. But look at your weight come up, your back leg hinges, you get your hips through, okay, back hips through, and you still have shoulder turn left. So, look, I'm looking at your, I always like when guys are wearing pinstripes or everything, you see your hips totally through, and you still have shoulder turn left. So, you get the hands going through it. Look where the position of the bat is compared to him. I mean, it's right on your shoulder. You don't extend that out too much. So it's really good, really good. If you had that bend, you'd have a little bit tighter hands and a little bit better, quicker rotation right in here. I mean, it's a minor thing. Between those two things, that's it. When you go through, you get to here, and then you extend, hand up, hand down, out to your 4, okay? Keep your weight back. You got a nice good line from toe to head, okay?
So overall, just a really good swing. Really good swing. I think that's why you've had success hitting for as many years as you have, and I think you're going to continue that. When you use your body like this and you use the lower half, when you go up to heavier bats, it's not going to be as much of an adjustment for you because you're using your body. And I really like that swing. I think just those two things that I mentioned, I don't even have to use up the full 8 minutes. Good swing, buddy. All right.